so like the second division of marathons. Like the difference from a team like that to a difference to this team here. Of course, there's a big jump in how professional the budget is or the contracts and all this. But also like with this testing, for example, you mentioned like what's the biggest difference in professionalism in training that you would say when training with this team now rather than some of the other teams you trained with earlier?
Yeah, like normally when you're training a lot, and then after 8 or 10 weeks you see like, oh, did I improve or not? And now we are sometimes controlling after trainings and during trainings for like, are you doing the good things? Like when you're ice skating, tomorrow we have some minutes.
A lap times 32,
yeah,
33.
Like just easy laps, easy laps. And like when you do laps 32 and it's going too hard, you see it with lactate measurement. Yeah, like that. And then you're controlling, and with Bauer's leg that wasn't.
Bauer's leg is like, who's gonna win this training?
Yeah, for sure. Or like
but you have that in every training group, of course.
But one of the greatest thing in TF is like if you're in the weight room, you can look through the glass window down in the afternoon on the marathon session, and you just see all the teams like hammering.
For sure.
But that's also because all the teams are together in 1 hour.
Yeah,
it's not that that marathon team trains 2 hours earlier. No, and you have the lap time, so everyone wears a transponder, or some do, some don't.
The one that is short.
Yeah. And then you can see the times passing, and especially the last training before the race. Yeah. You have the flying laps or the building to top speed laps, and then he skated 25 low. We have to go faster. We have to go fast, and then you're pushing. But that's also, of course, a good thing. The competition but in training we have that as well. And what Harm mentioned, the detail of the lactate testing. We have that with inline, with ice on the bike, and all the tests, they have certain values, and science proven, they say those values, they say you need this or that type of training. And that's knowledge everybody can enter, but it's really expensive to test every time, to make the hours every time, and to calculate things, and time is money. And all those things they have in the team, but also the knowledge to deal with the information, and it's so damn specific, and that's what they do for us. And then they base all the schedules individually based on the test results.
So how many coaches do you have on the marathon team?
We have one trainer. That's Diana Valkenburg. She is ex-long track skater, and she did some international competitions as well, national champion, I think, on long track, or maybe some really high results.
Also medals on world all-round.
Single
distance.
She really knows about the long track way of life, and she is really good at it. But for her, marathon is really a new chapter. So then we have the team leader, Peter de Vries, and he's like born and raised inside the marathon world. So the mix of those two worlds inside of the whole team with all the knowledge makes a really unique opportunity for the team to grow and build something. So
Peter de Vries was the coach from OK Fashion Jeans before?
Last couple of years.
So with the combination of those two coaches and with the name from Jumbo-Visma and all the resources they come in with and the testing that's now available to you and the way you train, like you explained it sounds a bit to me like because the culture in marathon with a lot of the teams is a bit like, you bike a lot, you toughen up, and you're hard, and then you can win. With this, it seems very specific, very scientific, very, a bit more, because that's a lot of the long track world. So how would you describe the training style of the team now, Ham? Is it like, for you, does it feel like more like long track, more like marathon, or like a new level, or how would you describe it to someone?
Yeah, it's a little bit mix of both. You have also the marathon trainings on wheels, and you have also the trainings based on science. Like Diana is a lot of science, trainings a lot of science, and Peter is more of the feeling of skating. And the mix of those two is just really nice. And our schedules are really based on that of science, the efficient training of Jumbo-Visma, you can call it. And it's just, for me, I think it's really nice.
That's it seems like a good approach also to combine it and have both of it. But like is it also training? Like when you do your trainings, do you always have a coach there, and is it training together, or do you do some of the trainings on your own and then some together as a team?
On trainings camp we have all together, like normally do, and back at home you do a lot of individual, and sometimes we do together like power trainings and sometimes inline, but not with all, just only the guys who are living in Heerenveen.
Yeah. How many times a week is it together then?
I think all together is only 1 or 2 times. With Casper, me and Mats, they are all living in Heerenveen. It's like 3 or 4 times maybe. Yeah. And all the rest is individual.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's also to add up on that. I think, like we already told you guys, we have individual schedules and individual heart rates, individual watts you have to push on the bike. So to be able to control those factors, you have to do some trainings individually. Yeah. Otherwise, in a group, you know it. You already mentioned it with the marathon teams, and you push each other a little bit more. Yeah. But then you have to put the handbrake on. No. The training says this. We have to follow the schedule, and then you get results. And that's what we believe in. Yeah. So then we have to follow the schedule. So that's also because. The traditional way is going together, doing a lot of hard work, the strongest survive, and they get the results. Yeah. But that's not how it goes right now. Yeah. So that's really a big contrast with how it went the last couple of years.
But with Bouwselect, that's...
Yeah, there was also... You have to see... You can see it in a relative way and an absolute way, because the whole budget thing and the science and... But it's a big difference, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's also a big difference with my long track team last year. Like they were doing a lot of things with no anything science background, and now they have.
Yeah, Geweest Friesland.
Yeah, Geweest Friesland, right?
Yeah, we trained with you guys. Yeah, it was nice though, but
it's way different.
Yeah,
now.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay. So already now we're sitting here with the 2 youngest of the team. How is this mix between some of the older, more experienced skaters and you? Like how is that kind of role, and how is it that you can kind of help each other in that way? Because there's some guys who skated back with teams like DSB, and since you were. Since you started walking almost on.
Yeah, like I have not really much experience in doing marathons, and I can learn a lot of Casper, of Ingmar, Erik Jan. They are learning me a lot, and they tell stories about all the races they did and all the mistakes they made. Like you don't have to do that. Yeah. So it's really interesting for me at all.
But like from when training together with some of these more experienced guys, do they have like preferences on how they want to do things, or are they just fully just following the coaches, or do they have some kind of influence?
Yeah. They want to have some influence, but they are restricted, of course. But they also trust the schedule. They follow the schedule. So then they talk with the trainers. They say no, but you guys raced a little bit too fast, or you should really stay in the D2 extensive zone with biking, because if you go over it, you build up some lactate, and you will take it to the ice training in the afternoon, and then you will fuck up your ice training. That's a really, really short, but that's the explanation.
So actually it's hard for them as well with the new approach.
They really
because they've been in the other approach for a lot of years.
They really have to train with the handbrake on, and that's it feels a little bit of easy. We have to do more to get results and to make progress. But
they did a lot with you at Adema, and he was like no heartbeat. Just go all the way and just go for it.
It was the mentality survival of the fittest. And then one training it was, for example, Ingmar. The other training was Erik Jan, depending of the schedule. Yeah. But it was always competition. And of course we had that as well the last couple of years, because to be honest, that's the whole thing of sports. You want the competition that gives you a thrill. But if you know the science behind it right now, and you really trust in the schedule, you think, hey, maybe it's smarter to do it this way. Yeah. So then there's a shift in your brain as well. That's really interesting.
But we have the competitions only on the bike tests, because we not only do the VO2 max and the Wingate, we have more tests to do, and they make it really interesting.
Yeah, if you have like all out tests, it's always like performance tests.
Yeah, for sure.
It's always nice. That's like
never boring.
That's also like when you're in a group and when you're in a new group, it's also like you really want to put up some good numbers. Yeah,
even though you cannot really compare it to each other, but still,
of course. But let's be honest, everybody compares with all those things.
When you're bad, you heard in the breakfast of Jack like, we were really bad, right? And he says with everyone in the room.
Yeah, you get shit on
it. You get shit on it.
Yeah.
I remember like being junior in power slide, they made us carry boxes and all of the time, and it was like team building,
Yeah.
So, but it's not like that. You don't have to go and massage. You don't have to go massage the legs of Ingmar or Erigan or something, no?
No, not for me, maybe Harm. I don't know.
could be in the contract. I don't know.
Could be.
Like, oh yeah, lucky for you. But we're talking a little bit about your team, and I think it's maybe time for us to go to the quiz now. So the quiz, we call it, let's make up a name now, Who from the team? Casper, can you go ahead and like mention the guys, just a quick introduction from the team.
So we have Mats Stoltenborg.
Yep.
He's 27 years old. He won several marathons. He was in the skating team of Bouw en Techniek, the red suits.
Yep.
I think he's in the 6th year in the A division right now.
Yeah.
And in his youth, he was never winning, studying. And
started late.
No focus on sports at all. And then he went to the team of Jillet and he made some progress, and now he's one of the big guns in the peloton, you can say.
Yeah, for sure.
Really good on the all the breakaways, I think.
Yeah, he's a diesel. He's a diesel. Yeah. He's not a sprinter, but when he goes, like we have laps 32, we have to train right now. He's like, easy. I can do it all hour long by myself. And we're like struggling in the wheel. The left leg is like full of lactate. Fuck.
Two fingers in the nose.
Yeah, 2 fingers in the nose.
Twee fingers in the nose.
That's Mats.
But okay, just before you continue, how many skaters are you in total?
6.
6 skaters. So that was Mats and...
Yeah, and then you have Harm and Casper, you already know from the podcast right now. So
famous from the Do Power podcast, where they first got their breakthrough.
And then the 4th to go in from younger to older way. We have Robert Post. We call him the Pompmeister. He is always from the Pompen, so he goes full gas every time. Without jokes, he also won several marathons. I think in last year he struggled a bit, but the year before he won 3 at the end of the season, really close to each other. So he was really in top shape.
He's tall and skinny and fast, yeah?
Yeah. He is kind of an all-rounder, and he's fast. He good condition.
Yeah.
He can win in all situations. Also from the Bouw en Techniek team, then went to OK last year, and now he's in the team with us. Then we have Erik Jan. Some people think he is the oldest, but he's not the oldest. He's 34 years old.
You can't see it.
Yeah, he's 34 years old, and he won the alternative Elfstedentocht on the Wijzenzee 200k race. So he's on the board, the famous board you guys know. When entering the Wijzenzee, you have the board, and every year one winner gets the name on the board.
Yeah, so Philip was puking like 40 meters away from that board, I remember.
Be respectful to the board, man.
He was too close and he went a little bit further away and puked over his own shoes. So he's respecting the tradition.
Karma.
But yeah, we went to Nature Ice, and I think we felt in first person how that race is for the tough guys.
Yeah, the tough ones. And if you're on that board, for sure you're a tough guy. Like Erik Jan is one of them. And I heard his father won it too.
Yeah, Jan and Ineke Kooijman. Yeah. He also his mother. I think we talked about it, but I think his mother won around 60 or 70 races, and his father 51. Or 51 and 70, or the other way around. But anyway, he has some damn good genes. So he was destined to win races. But it's funny, we talked about results. He never got a podium spot, but he won 3 or 4 races.
All or nothing, I like it.
Yeah. he never got second or third, so it's all the way or nothing. And that's Erik Jan.
Yeah.
He also got a world 1 hour record.
Yeah.
In Inzell here.
Oh, yeah.
32.8. 1 hour long.
32.8 average lap time for 1 hour. Is that inner?
No, not